You know, the one thing I really love about my job is I get to play around with stuff like this all day. I got a 2018 4369 Ventana by Newmar. We're gonna check this one out today. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump inside here. One thing I'm gonna point out right out of the bat here, as you can see on these chairs, get that light just right because it's a nice sunny day out, but screwing up with my camera here a little bit. But you can see some wear on these chairs. You know, I really wish, and it seems like about every manufacturer needs to pay attention to this, but I really wish they'd put, because it kind of seems like I see a lot of that flaking on these nice high-end units. I mean, you know, some of them are worse than others. Some of them are better than others, but I do see a little bit of flaking on these chairs. This driver one, this one looks like it's in really good shape. It doesn't look like there's any kind of flaking going on this one. But up here in the driver's view, you know, this has the I think they call it like ultra steer or something like that. But what it does is, you know, when you're driving down the road, you got that nice big window in front of you. But when you're driving down that road and you say you got like side winds pushing on you for quite a while, this thing actually corrects itself to where you pretty much just go back to two-finger steering, and it compensates for any kind of wind. And I'm going to tell you, just even moving this thing around in the dealership, it is so much easier to drive than any other. I mean, literally one finger, you can spin that wheel around, and then it actually, if you let off, it brings it right back to home, to straight. So that is just a really cool feature that I've seen. But it's got a nice big backup camera that you can see all the way around. It's got the, you know, when you turn on the turn signals, it goes to the, you know, driver's side or the passenger side, whatever turn signal you have on. That way you feel, you know, comfortable with making a lane change or something like that. But it does, over here you do have all of your buttons for your equalizer leveling system, obviously your drive and reverse and neutral for that Allison transmission that's in this. This thing is all jacked up. I love this thing. This thing's awesome. And then right up above the driver's view here, you've got all your readouts for, it does have a little solar charger up there. It's got pretty much every panel, you know, to run everything right here. That's kind of nice. Everything's conveniently located, but you do have some more cabinets up above here. A little extra storage, you know. Once again, never have too much storage. But it does have the shades, the MCD shades that you can pull down, and those MCD shades are so much nicer than pretty much any other shade on the market. So you do have a queen bed in this fold-out couch, and you can see right behind that is the TV for your entertainment viewing pleasure, with a couple of chairs, recliners right across. And you can see that those chairs do have covers on them because those are flaked as well. So, you know, you might need to consider replacing some furniture in this, but really it's just kind of like the nature of the beast. It's not because they were, you know, abused or anything like that. They just, you know, you can see it just kind of flakes over time. And I've seen that in so many different coaches over my time of doing this. You can see on the floor, those are all runners. I just haven't picked those up yet, honestly, but those are all runners for this. You know, that's a full wall slide there. So it's nice just to, you know, you got that nice ceramic tile, and the folks that own this, they just want to make sure that it's protected, and you know, that way it lasts a long time. But in this main slide out, like I said, right across from the TV, you have those two recliner chairs. You got the dinette table right here. That way it can actually, I think that's like maybe a dream dinette, or that might even be fixed actually. That's fixed. Okay, so that one doesn't go down. So you got that queen bed over there, but you do have some nice pull out storage underneath each side of that dinette as well. And then across over here in the kitchen area, of course, you got a dishwasher down below there. And I'm going to go ahead and open up these cabinets so you can just see how much storage that we have in these big rigs like this, because that seems to be something that everybody's always fighting for, is how much storage is in that thing. And I feel like they have done very well with the storage in this. Even in this full slide out, you see the cabinets all the way across in that slide out area. That way, just, you know, more storage for you. And right across from all the kitchen stuff, obviously nicely conveniently located, would be your refrigerator. It's got a Resi fridge in it, nice big Resi fridge, and then just to the left of the Resi fridge is a nice big pantry. A nice big pantry with a bunch of drawers in it. Well, how many drawers is in that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pull-out drawers in that. I mean, that makes sense to go ahead and put those that way. You know, you get to the back of that deep pantry that is in this slide out as well. I mean, the slide out's got everything. It's a huge slide out, and it is like on a regular like rack and pinion style slide out system too. So a lot more reliable than some of those other slide out mechanisms out there. So midway through, which is really nice once again, you got a nice little half bath. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on in here. Let's put some light on this subject in here. All right, so in the half bath, you get a nice little place to, you know, almost like a powder room, you know, type. So you got a place for, you know, to wash your hands, but if you have company over, you don't have to track all the way through the whole coach. You got a nice little half bath right here in the middle of the coach, and, you know, that's conveniently located. So moving our way to the back, hello, moving our way to the back, we have a king-size sleep number bed. So, you know, that's sleep number. Everybody, I would think that they do enough advertising. I think everybody knows what sleep number is. But that is an actual king-size sleep number bed. And you do have tons of cabinets across from it, you know, a couple of wardrobes there, along with, you know, obviously another Sony TV, you know, so all nice name brand stuff that is in this. And of course you got this nice big changing mirror, that way you can check yourself out before you know, step out the door. Moving our way back here, and then of course I just wanted to make mention on this, you do have, you know, the plug-ins right next to each side of the bed. That way, you know, if you have CPAP machine or something like that, that's a nice spot for that. So moving our way to the back, before we get to the really cool part of the bathroom here, you do have a stackable front loader washer and a regular dryer up at the top, so you can actually do a full load. And, you know, if it's they're separated like that, it's a lot nicer to do your laundry in those. But look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Big, huge walk-in shower. And this bathroom is absolutely huge in this thing, but you do have a nice big walk-in shower with marble all the way around it. But in the shower, what you can see, actually, if I can figure out how to open, there we go, open the door. It's got, so that blue button right there, when it actually turns white once you have hot water. That way you know you're not stepping into a cold shower. That's just kind of a cool little feature there that the seller was telling me about. But obviously you do have plenty of room for your toilet out back here. But that's where that door is, in case, if, like I said, it's just kind of a nice little place to have an exit door in case if something goes absolutely wrong. But you do have more wardrobe cabinets in the back here. Just, you know, once again, more storage all the way through this thing, and it's done very well. And then, of course, you do have a double sink vanity here, drawers all the way down the middle with cabinets on each side, with a nice big mirror. Hello. And you know, it's amazing everything you can get in this rig. So you can check this out at Advantage One RV. I'm sure you have lots of questions, but this thing is in really, really good shape. There's a couple, you know, bumps and bruises and that kind of thing on it, but overall, I think this thing is in really good shape, and it's going to make somebody a nice rotor motor home. stick with that. Boy, and outside here we got storage galorage. It's got the pass-through storage on two, I think three of these bays. But this here is a little slide-out tray for one of those Dometic little, well, not little, because actually it's a pretty good size cooler, and it's a AC/DC cooler that you can get by Dometic, and that it fits perfectly right in that spot right there. And then over here in this bay, you got a drawer that goes from both sides. It'll actually pull out this side, it'll pull out to the other side. That way you can easily get to, you know, your things that you put underneath here. Of course, up top here, we got a nice little entertainment center with a Sony TV, along with a actual Bose speaker system there that connects right to that TV. That's pretty cool, because you got the Bose little dial there. That way you can crank up those tunes when you're out here underneath the awning. You can see it's a nice, beautiful day out here, so I was really excited to do a review on this Ventana that we just had come in here at Advantage 1 RV. This thing is beautiful. You know, we got quite a few options, kind of like this diesel pusher here on the grounds right now. Suddenly becoming a big Class A diesel pusher dealer down here at Advantage 1 RV, which is awesome. I never really got this opportunity before, just because simply we never carried these big rigs here, you know, when we had Haylett RV. So you know, this thing has been very well cared for. It's in really pretty good shape. 2018, like I said. So I just want to bounce around the outside, show you where, you know, all the bumps, scratches, bruises, and all the great stuff about this exterior, with the loads and loads of storage that you have. This one does obviously have a tag axle. You got you know, automatic level all the way around on this thing, all the way at the rear here. Bear with me, I've got it running right now. I like having it all powered up. That way it's all powered up inside and all that good stuff. So we're gonna bounce our way around here to the front. But this, you know, this beautiful paint package, this has actually been waxed, from what I'm told on my evaluation sheet, once a year. It has not been stored inside because actually these folks are full-timers. They are selling it because they bought a new fifth wheel from, you know, one of our partner stores at Bish's RV here in Coldwater. And so you know, plans change. Now we get to sell their big Newmar Ventana. And like I said, I like getting these pieces in. It's not typically something we ever carried, so I get to look at these at a different angle these days. But up here in the front, we got that's all of your fuses, and definitely lots going on in that little compartment. Over here, those are all the house batteries in a pull-out drawer. That way those are easily able, you know, you're easily able to pull those out if you need to get to those for any kind of maintenance or anything like that. But you do have a nice pull-out drawer over on the side. I mentioned when you're on the other side, but this is actually, it comes out this side as well. Another pass-through. Now in that black bag right there, that's a bag full of shades. It's got the it's like a magnetic shade that I think they call it MagnaShade. It connects to the outside actually of your windows. That way it gives you some nice privacy, and you know, especially if you're in the southern states, you don't have that sun beating in on your interior and you know, fading things out. So this here is a hydronic, it's an Oasis system. It's a hydronic heating module. So what this does is this heats your water, so you know, you pretty much have on-demand hot water in this thing at all times. Over in the other compartment here, it's got a powered reel for your cord. You know, with that big 50 amp cord, it's kind of nice having just a push button to have that thing bring it on in when it's time to pack up camp and move it on down the road. And then over here in this bay, you got everything all centrally located for your hookups, and you got an exterior water hose that you can see right there. That way you can spray things down on the exterior. But you know, everything's there for your stinky slinky. The water filter was just replaced about a month ago from what I was told, and you know, everything's it's all right there, ready to go for you. Go ahead and move our way to the rear. And this compartment, you got your def container. Right now it's sitting at about half full, and then a couple other containers or storage compartments here at the rear. One really cool thing that I've never seen on one of these Class A's, but I noticed it when it pulled in here yesterday, that it's got this this rear door. I'm like, what is that thing? Well, it's an escape door. That way, and it's actually located in the bathroom. But that way, you know, if there ever was, if you know, you happen to be unfortunate, you know, and a fire happened or something like that, you have a way to bail out of this thing. But it also has, you can see throughout, there's like a white stick right there. That's a fire suppression system. That's about a $4,700 option for this rig that somebody went ahead and you know, already took care of that for you. That way you don't have to spend that extra money on it. But this thing's got lots of you know, like that Oasis system, that fire suppression system. You know, these are all awesome things to go along with this awesome Class A. One other thing I wanted to point out, you can see it does have a little bit of a scuff, maybe a little tail whip or something, but I think looking at that can be buffed out. I don't think that's anything serious at all. But I also wanted to point out the hitch out back here. It's a 15,000 pound rated Class 3 hitch on the back, but it is also set up with the Air Force One package for the vehicle that you'd be towing behind this. And as you can see with that 400, this baby's got 400 horsepower on that diesel engine. So just wanted to point a couple extra things out there to you guys. I figured I'd jump up here on the roof and check out this one-piece fiberglass roof that Newmar does up here. And it is clean. I mean, it is one of the cleanest roofs I've seen put together. This is awesome. But you just have one strip across the front. That's sealed up nice. Looks like maybe on the ends it might need a little bit of a touch-up. Everything else looks really good. You got 1, 2, 3 ACs on this thing. And of course you got the max air vents over every vent. That's definitely a nice added feature there. You don't have to worry about leaving those vents up and going away for a while and then coming back and have a bunch of water in your coach. It does have the Winegard satellite system as well, as we can see here. All of these slide toppers that are installed on this were actually replaced last year. This rig is actually sits in cold water, here in cold water most of the time in the summer months, because actually these folks are from down south, but they like coming up here in the summer months. But I think it was like last July, last August, we had a really bad windstorm here, and it actually did a lot of damage in the campgrounds here. But it actually ripped the slide out toppers on this Newmar when that storm came through, and so they went ahead and replaced every slide topper that was on this. And as you can see with that full wall slide, that's a pretty big slide topper right there on that one. But it is nice to know that these are all fresh slide toppers. You know, obviously this rig is only about 4 or 5 years old, so they wouldn't have been that old anyway. But hey, just to know that they're brand new, that's kind of a cool thing. So if you're ready to hit the open road, give us a call. Come check this bad boy out. 517-924-1850. You'll see that at the end of the video. Here at Advantage One RV, we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Take care, stay safe, and have an A1 day, everyone. Thanks.